Hey, I'm wondering if I should leave it like this. I kind of like this color. It's kind of nice. Makes me look very vibrant, but it is a little on the purpley side. Yeah, hi. I'm back again to continue my painting. Yeah, I went for a little bite of lunch too. I had to stop. So yeah, my friend came by. She picked up her tripod, and then she left again. I asked her if she wanted to stick around, but she had to. She's going to take pictures of a puppy, I think she said today. Yeah, so she's busy doing stuff. And I thought I'd come back and continue doing my little shtick here with my sunset. And like I say, I love using color filters. They're so much fun, especially when you're doing photography and stuff like that, because you do see a lot more sometimes when you use different filters too. It makes it kind of neat. But here, I'll remove this one too. Just bear with me. I just worry that it's gonna do something weird to the camera every once in a while. But it seems like it's fine. And look at that. It still looks beautiful. My painting still looks beautiful. On the other hand, yeah, you see a little bit more detail. Okay, so I know. Old. Yeah. And and you know what? I love having fun with just doing art and having fun. And like I say, got myself some lunch today, so I'm going to say cheers. So I'm having a drink. Here's to it and from it and to it again, because we never know when we'll be here to do it again. And hopefully we'll get this done in lickety split. No more time. No more time left. And what time we do have left together. Oh, and make sure I have the picture up for myself to look at so that I can look at it while I'm talking to you too. So cheers. I always have to remember to drink. Yes, I always have a problem. See, I don't drink enough. Uh-huh. But water. Sometimes I used to drink more than I should have, but that was a long time ago, and I'm an adult now. I know that doesn't stop anything, but that's besides the point. Okay, so where we left off was I had just gotten a nice pink color going on with the red I was using for the sky. Now we're going to add a little bit of blue. This was that gets a little bit more exciting and fun. Okay, because it's going to get a little darker. It's going to start getting darker. Okay, so I still have I rinsed it off, and I think I will reuse it again because you can always reuse it if you want to. Just make sure you clean it off and get all the red and the yellow out of there. So because the opposite of um, of the orange color is blue, and if you knew from your color charts, you know that, and if you don't, now you do. So you take the two primary colors. Oh, so if you had three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and if you take the two colors like red and yellow, and that makes orange, and the one primary color is blue. So the opposite of orange is blue. Maybe it worked the same way if you had red here and you had yellow here and uh, red, yellow, and blue over here, right? See, and if you took these two colors together, sorry, red and blue over here, that makes purple. And then you have the yellow over here. So the opposite of yellow is purple. I know. It was easier when I had my juggling balls because the juggling balls were three colors, the three primary colors, and I could show you a little bit easier that way. But I'm not juggling today. I'm just using my paintbrush. So we're going to start in with the paintbrush. We're going to dip it into water again. And we're going to start with a little tip of blue. So we're just going to take on the tip, just a little tip of blue, because again, blue is also like a stain as well. So you have to be careful when you start to apply it, what's going to happen. Excuse me, just finishing my lunch. I had a peanut butter and banana sandwich, and I don't have that confidence coming back up again me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start on the other opposite corner with a little bit of blue, just so we can test it and see what's going to happen. So here we go. We're going to put a little blue on this corner over here. I love this color of blue. I had this mural that I just recently completed, and I used this color of blue for the water. It's just a gorgeous color, and I love it. And as you mix it in to the pink, you can touch the pink, but don't touch the yellow. We'll play don't touch the yellow game for sure. So trying to brush in some of that blue, crisscross to make it kind of blend nicely. And I say again, if it gets dry, add a little water into the mix and put it back into. Don't put it directly on the canvas because water will remove paint directly from the canvas if you put it directly on the canvas. So just a word of warning. I learned this one when I got into college and I was starting to do acrylic paint. I'm like, what the hell? It's not doing what I want because I was using watercolor paints up until that time, and it was not acting the way I wanted it to because I didn't understand the nuances of using acrylic paints as opposed to using watercolors. Watercolors and acrylics are two different animals altogether. Just so you know, they are. They are. You think that they're not, but they actually are two different creatures altogether. So we're just going to blend this a little bit because it is a little bit of yellow right there, and we got to be careful. Let's blend that in nicely, and into the red too. There we go. So as you can see, it's getting nicely blended in there. Nicely nice. I'm going to start adding, making some purple colors coming in here too. So just bear with me. Crisscross applesauce. Okay, so we can get a good look at how it's turning out for colors. And it looks pretty nice. It's going to be a little bit paler though. I'm going to have to go a little bit lighter. I'm thinking, oh, maybe not. I can leave it as is. But what I'm going to have to do is just blend it a little bit more. So I'm going to take that blue again, the water, and it took just on the tip there with the rest of the blue paint, and I'm going to just color this rest of this in here and kind of make its way over this way. Now, as you can see, as it starts to go into the pink, it starts picking up and making it a purple color. It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to do that. Just so you know. Yes, it's supposed to do that. A little bit more water on the tip there. Back into the blue again. And back on the canvas one more time. There. And kind of blend it into there. It's supposed to turn purple. Yes, it's supposed to turn purple. But if you're looking at the picture, you would know that it only goes purple for so long. It only has a little hint of purple here and there. And the rest of it makes it nice. There we go. Blend it, blend it, blend it again. See, it's got that nice purple going on in it. More water. More blue. Let me look at the picture again. Can come down a little bit lower. There it goes. Go to there. And crisscross. Blend it nicely. There we go. And we're going to go some darker purples too. So I just wanted to show you. This is the easy way of getting some nice purples to come out. It's just to lightly brush it onto your canvas with your blue to make that nice light purple color. And blend it, blend, blend, blend. And again, some things happen just because the canvas is a little bit strange, and it's not you. It's not me. As you can see, the canvas has some kind of little bit of thing going on here, which is not part of what I'm doing, but it ends up being part of the picture too, I guess now for some reason. And we're going to go a little bit darker now. I'm going to take another dip of my brush into the blue, a little bit more, and I'm going to add some water to it. Water it down in that one spot where I was starting with a little bit of light blue, and we're going to go a little darker. Oof. Yeah, that's darker. All right. So we're going to start in the bottom corner. Oh, that bottom corner with a darker blue because it is the water, and the water is actually quite dark. So, and it's going to get darker. So we'll start in this corner with some nice dark blue. You see, it's already, and it's got like a triangle. Like, I'll show you. It's a bit triangle shape there too. Okay, so it's all about shapes and just kind of blending it all together, kind of thing. And hope to God that you don't put your fingers in the paint and it moves everything around. Let's take a look at the picture. Okay, the picture, look at the painting. Okay, so you can come up a little bit this one. And the purple goes right into the, we won't go too far into the sun, actual horizon line, because there's, it is dark, but there is a bit of a horizon line there. You can't kind of, I can't keep from going too far past. Do you want to go too far past? I'm talking too low because I want to just kind of take it easy with my brush strokes and I get softer when I talk. Just because I want to get it right. All right. See, I gotta switch hands again because it's like, yeah, it's this thing I do. It feels like my other hand is being left out, so I gotta. It wants to help, so I'm like, okay, you can go ahead. My left hand is a little bit more rougher than my right one too, for some reason. It doesn't like to be neat about stuff. It goes a little bit faster. Yeah. So, oops. I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Trying to do too many things at once, and this is what happens. Okay. And you go there. Okay. Alrighty. All right. So, and there's going to be some purple coming in here too. And the purple goes, let me see, look at the picture, almost halfway. So, yeah, right about here. So, right about here is where I'm going to stop with the, kind of make it like a shape going this way forward. Yeah, that works. Then I'm going to make a nice purple color, kind of go in between. There we go. But as you can see, it's turning into a nice sunset here. And add a little more water, and then back into my blue again, like I usually do. And again, just brush it on, crisscross applesauce. I don't like to get my head in the way, so I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here too. So that's why I like to switch hands, because sometimes that makes it easier as well. Not too much easier, because I have to kind of make my way across somehow, right? I gotta have my horizon line in there. So I'll do it kind of like that. Kind of blends it right into the horizon there. And it's gonna get darker. So don't worry if you don't get a straight line in the first try. You can always go back a few times because it is going to get darker. Like I say, I'm just being light about it right now because I'm just getting everything kind of put into spots, and then I'm going to go darker. So what I'm going to do now, I've kind of got a little bit more of a horizon line started, is I'm going to blend this blue and this pink together to make a nice purple. Now what I'm going to do first to show you what you can do uh, is take your brush, like wet it again, get all the, tap it off, and then dip it into your white. So you get some white in there, and we're going to go in between the pink and the blue, and we're going to see what that turns into. See if it does what I think it's going to do. It might not, but I'm hoping that it might. So you can kind of see, because this is a different way of blending too. You can do this way. Use my other hand. Drumstick, right? Drumstick. Just using white. So dip it, dip it into the white, and apply. It is going to go like in between the blue and the white there. The blue and the pink, I should say, to make that nice little purple that comes in between. It's a blending. It's a way of doing a blending. I gotta do it like this. It won't want me to do any other way. It won't let me do any other way. I gotta do it like this. Okay? So dip, 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 and the white again. And apply. Scumbling technique I like to do. Like I say, my left hand is a little bit rougher than my right for some reason. It just likes to just go right for it, right? So it does this. And sometimes that works too. Hey, it works, right? Okay, thank you. Get some nice purples in there. Because it's nice. It's nice to do some nice purples too. All right, and it actually goes a little darker than that too. So I can go. So I'm just doing this to show you. There's different ways of blending, but I'm going to go a little bit dark. I'm going to have to go a bit darker because even though this is very, very nice, it is darker than that. It's darker than this. It goes way darker than this. So this is, I'm just nervous. I don't like going too dark, but I have to go dark. Let's go dark. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is, yes, I'm going to make some nice purples coming up for you. So some nice purple color. So we're going to take, I can still use the same brush too. So I'm going to switch back to my right hand again, and I'm going to take some red, and I'm going to take some blue and mix them together. I'm going to put them into a spot. So let's show you. But first, I'm going to dip it in my water, and I'm going to take a little tiny little bit of white to get us started. I'm going to plunk it kind of like in the middle of these two little spots here, the red and the blue. And then I'm going to get the tip of blue, and then I'm going to go into the red, tip of red, put them together, and then kind of start spreading it across so we can see what kind of purple color we get. And where we're going to start applying is into the water first, because the water is, like I say, is dark, and that's where we're going to start the purple going there. So let's get some purple going on in there. We can start right about here. And because I already had some of the white down, along with that nice blue, it'll blend it nicely. Make that other purple, the purple that we already are making from the in-between, to kind of come out in between that. And I'm going crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. And now you see nice purple coming in. And just kind of blend it back and forth. It's all about blending and making it look pretty, right? All right, and we're going to go a little bit higher because we can go darker and higher. How's this? No. Oh, is this for lower? Okay. Anyways, so, oh, did I say it right? Crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. And let's see how far it goes in there. The purple does go in and does start to go into the pink too over there here. So we'll just put it in here. We'll just blend it in as we go. Not too much. We want to make sure that we still see some of the pink in there too. But there's purple in there as well. And that beautiful blue that we made. That's also very important too. All right. Well, I'm going to take a sip because I'm needing one. Cheers, everybody. Mhm. And let's continue. All right. So we're going to go with some more pink and stuff. So yeah, we're going to try and make it a little bit purpley through here, a little pinky purple. Something fascinating that I'm noticing going on in here. All right. It's always, you know what, there's always something new and wonderful you learn about working with paint too. So let me just dry off my thing here. It's the weirdest thing. All right. So let me just switch out a little bit here. I'm gonna switch out. I switched to like my round one for a second. Kind of see this. This is like the weirdest thing going on here. All right. Well, anyways, yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of blue. I'm gonna take a little bit of white and add a little bit of blue in there because there's a spot up here that I should have done as well. And it's very, very pale blue, very pale. That's right. No, it's actually up in here. Up in here, some pale blue there, like that. Oh, come on. Keeps jumping off the screen, so I can't see it. Okay. Kind of like that. There, some nice pale blue in there. Yeah. So yeah, I've switched now to my round one. This is the round one. And like I say, if you're doing little extra little details and things like that, just grab that. Just where else is there? There's like that. Very similar picture there. There we go. A little, yeah, like pale. Yeah, and it goes. Might not look exactly like the picture, but I'm gonna get it as close to with the pale blue. There we go. There too. Like that. Yeah. I'm just looking. I gotta like check my lines and stuff, make sure. Yeah, okay. So I think we'll go across here. It's gonna be, yeah. It's just gonna be a section. I think I'm gonna take a nice little section of it. Okay, so almost put in my drink. That's right. Don't put your paintbrush into your drink, or make sure you can distinguish between the two. Sometimes I get my coffee mixed up with my paint, and that's usually very bad if you end up drinking your paint water. I always used to get people, and I had a sign that says "I drink my paint water," and I caught people a few times at doing paint nights and drinking their paint water almost by accident because you don't think, you just pick up and then start drinking it. It's like, oh, that was the wrong thing I grabbed. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is getting more purple and a little bit more that nice light pink going. So we're going to do light pink first. I'll use the same brush. I just rinsed it off and dried it. I'm going to take some white first, and then I'm going to take a little tip of red, and we're going to get into a little detail here. So this is where we get into a little more detail, and we can start going a little bit darker. Okay, so okay, so here. Go a little bit pinker. Let me just look right into this guy there. Crisscross. Scumbling. I love scumbling. I know a lot of artists, people will tell you, don't do that. But you know what? I like to do that. That's what I do. Yeah. And okay, so just take some white. Just going to blend that out a bit. Just take more white. Blend it out. There we go. It looks nice. Nice. Nice and bright. You can still see the pale blue there. Yeah, okay, good. All right, and then we're going to take a little bit more, go a little darker. A little darker. And we're going to go kind of in, go into here. Go a little bit. Ooh, I feel so nervous doing this. Okay, a little bit more white. Okay, because it will dry a little bit darker. So let's go a little darker. Through here, a little darker. Then we'll go up here. How's that looking? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. And a little more white. Have a nice blend. And get more purple coming. Get more purple coming down over here. Pale purples are going to come down through here. And just add a little bit. It's got a little bit of that in the water too. A little like that, something nice. Kind of blends it nicely in the down below too. There we go. Okay, now we're going to end up adding a lot more purples in there too. So it's the difficulty of making it look like a nice purple. sometimes. Ooh. And changing some colors around too by accident. That's always fun. There we go. How about a little bit of, yeah, that little bit of purple just right there. Because that's the way I like it. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to start adding a little more purple. More purple through here, and see anything in that corner over here at the moment. No, we're not going to do anything now. We're just going to just blend a lot of more purple color. So I'm going to start with the red first. Scoop of red, plunk it right in the middle. Tiny bit of blue on the tip, and add that together. And ooh, it makes a nice dark purple. And take a scoop of white. A scoop on the tip there like that, and add that into your mix so you can see what kind of purple you have. I love when I got purple balloons sometimes, and they were always just so pretty. Now, let's start in the corner down here because I just want to make sure that it's a good pair of purple to start with, and just doing it in the bottom corner to get a nice blend going. I usually like to stand up and paint, but it's my day off, so I'm sitting. And right now, of course, it doesn't look very good. That's because I've got it hanging off the side here. And what I've got to do is still blend it. So, there we go. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to catch up to me. All right, so there we go. And the purple actually can go right up to the horizon line because it is very dark on the horizon line. Nice purple kind of going across. Nice little strips like. If I can make it without making a boo-boo. That's a good start. All right. I'm just blending it. Oops. That's why you've got paper towels on hand, because sometimes if you do an oops, you can. Remove. Put back in. Now. Not too worried, but that's fine. Okay, good. All right. There we go. There we go. As you can see, it's going to get purpler as we go. More purple. And just so you know, this is a local painting. This is a painting or a picture from Lake Ontario. I believe it's Lake Ontario. Those are the people that took the picture. I was like, wow, that's so pretty. It's mostly local art that I like to look at too, so I'm thinking that's what it is. Now I'm going to dip my paintbrush into my, I'm going to make a nice thin purple line because it is a nice purple line. So just bear with me. Yeah, it's like a matter of like holding your breath and just kind of going for it. Let me just take a look at the picture again. Okay, I can do this. Try not to breathe too much. Don't even breathe, pal. Don't move, pal. Don't even breathe. Okay, may not be completely straight, but that's okay. That's okay because it's not about the line that we're going for anyways. It's actually the look of the water and stuff like that coming up. So yeah, it's got a lot of purple in it too, and this is where we're starting to go get a little bit darker. That's why I'm just starting with a nice light purple to start to see how it's going to blend together because I'm still got a lot more to go. Whoop, whoop. I'm excited. I'm excited for you because it's going to be such a cool little painting. So you gotta think of these as waves. So you gotta kind of imagine. Ooh. Of course, don't make it look like it's or dotty like that. You gotta like wispy as you go. See, and yeah, there's big waves on there too. So kind of coming out to an angle like that. But they just have some like that. And this is purple. I'm just using purple and just lightly skimming along because there's actually it's darker there too. Do you have to? I have to start somewhere. So there we go. I'll just kind of do a little bit more over here to make it a little bit more. There's waves over here too. So I gotta find a nice little blend going on. So it's right about there. And does it come more towards this side? So it makes its way over. Okay. Don't be afraid to kind of like even follow the way the tide is moving. Like if you see it going like that, maybe you should do the same. Make little lines that kind of go like that so you get the waves going, looking right. Scumble your brush. Scumbly, scumbly. Get all those colors going. Get all those colors going. Get that mixing going on. Yeah, and it comes over across this way. It does. It gets dark all through here too. It only leaves you with like a little bit in this area here. I have to put it up a little bit up on its little edge there so I can get to the bottom here too. So I can see this. I'm going to dunk it down a little bit so you can see a little bit at the bottom there. There we go. See? That's how it's looking at the bottom. And it's going to come across. There's going to be waves coming across this way too. So, and that's going to be purple over there as well. So, yeah, we got a little bit of time, just nice and light. Scumbling is a great thing to do. It's like a dry brush technique. It's a little bit on the wet side so you can kind of, it blends and kind of moves the sky along too. Let's just get some more of that purple in there. It's going to look nice there. There we are. Oops. Yeah. Da, da, da. Da, 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 Looking nice. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, just wish I could give you that line. There we go. That's better. There you go. And like I say, if you can use white and use that to blend if you want to. I'll show you. And the blue and purple together. See, it just kind of blends it a little bit nicely there. In the picture, it blends a little bit through here, so let me just take some white. That blue there, nice. And pink. See, looks so pretty. Making nice little scumbly clouds. And we'll build it up over there because it's, yeah, there's a nice little bunch of flowing clouds that are coming over this way too. So we'll get those as well. But we're just working on the sky right now. I always say that you do things the furthest away from you to things that are the closest up. So working on the sky is the next part of doing it, and then working on the sea will be the next part. But I just want to get the nice blend going so you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's completed. When completed. Blend it over here. Blend it over here. And yeah, there's quite a bit of sky, and still you still able to see a lot of the purple clouds in there too. Yeah, I run the whole gamut, like not just doing art, and I do photography too. Black and white. I used to develop black and white. I know my aperture settings. And I worked for Henry's, and I worked for Michael's, and there's all kind of guys that I used to work for. I used to work for SK Graphics, where they used to do car decals and stuff like that. So I used to help make decals and things like that. All kinds of things I used to do in my sordid past. Ha ha ha. Add a little bit more purple in there. There we go. Looking nice. Looking pretty. Yeah, yeah. Trying to make it look like the picture as close to as possible. Then you're going to blend that. Well, there's going to be a cloud over top of that, so I'm not have to worry about that. See, some things you don't have to worry about. You see, it looks a little green over there, but I won't worry because there's going to be a cloud that goes right through here. It's going to cover it right over, so you won't be able to see that at all. So now we're going to concentrate more now that we got that done. And that little spot that I made, that little oopsie where I erased it, that's going to get covered over too. So it's going to disappear like you won't even know it was there. So the next thing we're going to do is have a sip. Cheers, everybody. Here's to artistic genius Pablo Picasso. His final words were, "Drink to me, and who am I to argue with genius?" Cheers. Okay, so you see, we're in the halfway spot where it's kind of like we're almost there, and there's still more that we can do. I can make a little bit more orangey over here, more intense oranges if I wanted to. Yeah, let's do that. We'll make more intense colors just so that we can spread it around. Yeah, because now we got most of the sky done into a place where we're happy with it. Let's make it a little bit more orange, a little more orange in certain spots. Oh, big scoop of yellow and a tiny little tip of red. And maybe a scoop of white in there too. White is always a nice one to just keep it blended nicely. Okay, let's see what it turns into. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so what we'll do is some of the oranges actually over here. And we'll blend it in with that nice little purple, pinky that's already there too. So a little orange and then it kind of goes over this way. There we go. And I'm going to take a little bit of white. And I'm just going to do like a blending thing there. And it kind of blends into the pink there. It kind of blends into the sky. And blends back into the main color of the water. And if you want to, add a little bit more white. Ooh, careful of purple. All right, add a little more white and blend it back into here. I tried Art Battle one time, and it was a lot of fun. And I didn't do as well as a lot of the other girls that tried it out did. But wow, it was definitely fun to try and think of something to come up with in the course of half an hour. Now, most of the people who went to these things, which I didn't realize, already had like a set plan of what they were going to be doing. I went there like I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done one of these before, so I went for it. I tried to do like a Bob Marley, but it didn't turn out the way I planned it. It turned into a person, that's for sure. That's all I could say. And people liked it, and I think somebody bought it because it was kind of like a charitable thing afterwards. So you could, if somebody wanted to buy it, they could. And I think somebody bought it afterwards because I definitely don't have it anymore. There we go. A little bit more white to blend into here. There we go. More white to blend in through, say, right down in there. There we go. Looking nice. A little bit in here. See? And then. Orange in there. We're getting more purple going into here too. Purple, purple. There, okay. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, make it a little bit more like a light pinky purple. Change my. I'm not changing my brush. I'm just gonna make sure the color's rinsed out of it, and I'm gonna add that little purplish color. Have it blending over more over here. So I'll bring a little bit more purple this way, because the purple goes pretty much into almost half the painting. So right up to there. Yeah. So let's go put a little red, and less blue. More red, and tiny itty bitty bit of blue. There we go. There we go. So it's almost like a wine color. And I'm going to add a little white to it as well. Yeah, that's a nice purple color. Okay, so nice purple color. A little on the dark side. We'll start it down here. It's going to be more purple too. Purple. And yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's doing that. I remember the one time I was doing like a nice little thing showing you how to do stuff, and then all of a sudden my thing just quit on me, and I'm like, oh man, are you kidding me? I was almost done, and it didn't even capture any of the stuff that I was doing. I was so sad because the painting was looking so good, and I was like showing her, I like you do this, do that, and it was like, yeah, yeah, and then all of a sudden it wasn't there, and I'm like, ah, come on. I'm gonna add a little bit of white, and we're gonna blend. Blend. There we go. There we go, kind of like that. Yeah, that's what it's doing, kind of like that. And it kind of blends down in and into here. So it becomes kind of the same color there. That purpley. I'm trying to make that purple again. So for that, little tiny bit. And okay, almost looks like a rose color, like a rose purpley kind of color. And a little darker down here. Because it is actually very dark along the bottom, so I don't have to really worry if we're going too dark. As long as it blends nicely around midpoint. So like that, kind of like that. How's it look over there? Oh, yeah, it works good. Okay, so a little bit like that. Okay, like that. We won't do any more of there. Just lightly. I like looking opposite too. See what I'm doing. Okay. And is it? It turns a little bit better through here. Only when you get closer to things become more vibrant. That's how it usually goes: pale far away, and the more it gets closer, the more vibrant it becomes. Except for when you're doing sunsets. The sunsets are always like very, very, very vibrant. And the purple pink. I mean, this pink color. Kind of like that. There, it looks nice. Okay. And nicely. That nice color can also go into the sky a bit too. Can go here. Maybe with a little bit of there's a little white in there. We'll blend it a bit. Wait a little more white. There we go. Oh, careful, kid. Careful. Getting a little bit crazy right there. I have to see if I can fix that. But that's okay because there's going to be something in the way there. It's not too bad. Go over that, maybe that weird spot that I had going on. It's still making a weird spot there. I don't know why. I don't like it. That helps. A little bit of white there. Oh, I see. Okay. I see it now. Okay. Okay. Wait. Eh, eh, eh. And yeah, it's kind of yeah, it's got ooh, it's got a little bit ooh. All right, a little white. That's right. And then together. Ah, look, I love when a plant goes together. Okay, looks good. All right, that's what we want. Kind of looking like that. See, look like that. All right, and then we're gonna get a little bit more right there. And white right there. There we go. Looking good, and it's gonna blend as well. Got some purple. I mean, pinky. Really cute. It's looking good. Yes, there we go. Picture. Okay. All right, looking good. Purple going on. Nice blue in the sky there. Look nice that a little bit of a pale blue in there. And there's one over there. So let's yeah, it's got some pale blue over there. Stay there. I can add a little bit of purple in there too. So I need to start adding a little more. Get dark again. Get dark again. So just bear with me. There we go. There we are. It's starting to look a little more purple. Some spots can keep the blue in it though, because it does. You can see some of the blue sky through the actual color of the clouds too. But we're going to get darker again. Going to get darker. More blue. Okay, let's see what that does. There we go. Yes, we're going to try and go for a little bit. And it gets a little darker in this part too. So there's a little bit of spot here that's dark. So let's get that dark spot. Let's get the dark spot. We're just going to go for it. Oh, except we don't want that in there. Okay, so let's just little blue, red, touch of white. And look at your picture. More blue. Touch more blue. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. That's it. All right. It actually comes across a little bit over here too. kind of goes down to that area here. And just tapping, tapping. Using the side of my brush. Start to see a pattern in the clouds, kind of follow along with it. And more purple. And then, oh, this is an area. Okay, so all right. This where it gets a little interesting. See if we can put some little purple in the cloud for the sake of cloud being particularly purpley in that one area. There it is. Yeah. And then you take that up. Like little circles on the tip of your brush. And you make like little line kind of going across the sky. Grab some white. Brush it into the pink of the sky. Brush it into the pink of the sky and let it blend down at the bottom because there's going to be another cloud that's going to come at the bottom here too. So just blend it in. And this clouds actually come across. The clouds that are coming across the bottom there kind of come across like this. And go. Oh, there we go. Ooh, it's getting there. All right. A little bit more. Darker. See, it's got a little darker. Darker into here. Yeah. Yeah, good. Put it down right there. A bit of white sky coming across there. A little light sky still. And there we go. It's looking good. And a little white there. It's going. Yeah, there's some pink that'll be coming across here too. Some pink clouds too. We're just going to blend this up a little bit better. And there we go. Just gonna So there you go. You're learning a few techniques about how to do certain paintings, and this has been an hour. Wow. Anyways, yeah, so you get the hint of it. There we go. Yeah, it's got that nice light spot right there. I gotta keep that nice and light. And what I'm gonna do is just give me that one. I was taking my details brush for 1 second. I'm just gonna do that one spot that's right across here. Do it nice and light so you can kind of see it's supposed to stay kind of in the pale side. Right about there. And like that. Get that nice and light in that one spot because that's where it's really, really, really bright. It kind of goes down into the clouds here. Nice and bright right into the clouds here. There we go. Get it nice. La 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 la. Right up into the distance. So it does. All right. Good, good, good. And now, I can see that a little bit into this way as well. Because there's some white spots that are in the clouds there here. There we go. Okay, now. Yeah, I've been trying not to make this too long, but yeah, I have to pick up my pace here because obviously I should have been done this a long time ago. It's already an hour. I can't believe. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. I'm thinking, and I'm having fun. I know you're probably like, oh, probably not as exciting for you as it is for me. And you know what? Maybe I'll let you go because that way I can finish this up nicely and show you what it looks like when it's done. I mean, you're more than welcome to keep watching because I'll keep going a little bit more because there is still a little bit more to be done. Obviously, I'm going to take my blue here too and just make sure that there, because this seascape, there was some dark blue in here as well. So people get the idea. Maybe the water's moving and things. There we are. Yeah, that's good. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit more through here. And a little bit more brighter. A little brighter, I'm thinking. Grab a different brush. I do have many to choose from. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and make that little spot a little bit brighter here too. So a little bit of, I'll have a little bit of, can take all that out of there so that it doesn't blend as bad. Okay, so there's these little white and I'm just looking to see white and let's go a little lighter right through here. There we go. There we go. There's the light. You gotta have it nice and bright because there's gonna be some really bright stuff coming, and there's some really dark sides coming too. So, okay, how's that look? Better? Yeah, that looks a lot better. Oh, wait, and that's just in this one spot here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so kind of like a triangle shape. You can see, yeah, it's a bit of a triangle shape here too. I'll leave that alone. And I'll do a little bit more white up there because it needs a little spot there. I'm trying to blend my eyes and I'm trying to look and see. that. No, there's blue in there. I gotta try and figure out how to fix that little spot there. Maybe a little more purple. Maybe a little more purple. A little more real. And yeah, that's not right there. Across the sky there. Like that. Yeah, that does it. That makes it a little bit nicer. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yes. A little more orange in that one corner there. There we go. That looks brighter. A little brighter. Need a little something over there, make it a little brighter. There we go. Blend it in nicely. Yeah, that's better. All right, much, much better. Okay. Right there. Right there. That's it. That's it. See, I wanted to look as close as I can. Was it there, 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 there? Yeah, nice blend. Okay, so that works. That works. Works for me. Okay. Yeah, a little bit blending. Where is that? It's right there. Right there. Right there. Sky there. I gotta get the marine. Can I do that? Pale blue, pale blue. Yeah, so you can kind of see the sky underneath there. Pale blue. There we go. That was good. Blend it. That's good? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's I always like to listen to music while I'm doing this, but unfortunately, like I say, I got copyright problems. If I decide I'm going to listen to music, I'll have to do it on my own turn, on my own time. I can only play stuff that I know. Okay, so there, that's good. And then, okay, let's see. That sweeps of pink going across, which is Yeah, it's trying to make it look right. I see. Okay. I know it looks like something, but I got to kind of look at it again to make sure I got it right. Yeah, that's good. And I can put more purple in through here, and just a little. That's a little bit better too. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's just a matter of looking at it right. It's like, oh, okay, now I see it. That's what it needs, a little bit of that. And just have it come across that way. And that is purple. Like that. Yeah, sure. He was like, okay. That. All right, that's good. I could go even like redder if I wanted to, right in my corner too. Okay, so la. A little darker through here, a little darker here. Okay, I'm gonna go for some nice dark blue across here as well. And some dark blue down here. And they say they're all about peace and love, but nowadays, like they don't even know it anymore. Whatever became of the hippies? The hippies that I used to know, not the same that they used to be. That's for sure. I had some nice dark clouds coming into it too. And it goes right to like there. Makes it look like it's raining hard. All right, so let's keep moving forward, shall we? All right, more purples, more dark blue. And we're gonna get that nice pale blue going up in there, and turn a little that dark blue a little bit paler to there, a little more pale. It does get dark, but it does get light again too. All right, and so let's start making some nice dark lines into the water where the tide comes in, because that's important too. So let's start making those. A little bit of blue, a little bit of red, make that nice purple color again. And we're going to add some nice purple lines going across here, because I mean, I can't wait anymore. I gotta make that nice little seam line coming in. And it goes right across. Now it goes, it's a pretty thick line, so it can go down to about here. But I'm going to switch to a details brush so I can get the nice, or I'm going to change my brush to the nice flat one so I can get that nice thin line going across, because that's what I want, a nice thin line. So, purple. Red, purple line. Come on, it goes so far. Goes to about this purple line right here. And kind of makes its way across this way. It can go to there. That one line goes to there, but it kind of. It's kind of like that. It kind of falls along that line there. And there's some darker ones that kind of come forward here. Some side lines as well. And it kind of goes like this here. And I'm kind of nervous to make it, but I gotta do it. Just like that. One line. And then there's like a nice dark line with a sea line that comes over here. And there's some nice thick lines that kind of follow the sea. I'm gonna have like a little bit of sea foam there too. Just make it look nice. There we go. See? Getting darker all the time. All right. Because we're making now the stuff that's getting closer to us. So. Make some nice waves coming through. And then we have some foam coming up to the shoreline. All right. And we're also going to make some nice, more of those fluffy clouds along the back here. Coming across. The first thing we're going to do is make a little bit more waves in the water. And we're going to use a little bit of blue and white together. We're going to mix those together into a nice foam color. Be like a nice light purple to kind of complement the water here. Okay. Let's do a few spots that has that. I'm going to sneeze. Phew. Phew. Couldn't catch that one, could you? Not if I threw it at you. There we go. Kind of waves across. There we go. A little bit lighter there, so you can see more waves going there. A little bit orange there. Put some more orange in that spot right there. But I'll decorate that more a little bit later. All I'm going to do is make more. Sea lines coming across here. Not to go too crazy with too many wave lines in it, because there is a lot of orange in that one spot there too. So I gotta make sure that you can see the waves there, and there is water right up until the edge here. And there's some sea foam over here. And more waves crashing over here. Okay, and as we get closer, of course, there'll be more detail-y there, of course. And and there we go. So I'll work on it a little bit more because obviously this to do a little bit more, I'm going to need a little more time to do a little bit more honing it and perfecting it because there's some clouds across here that are a little bit darker too. You see, kind of go across. Let me pick up the color of the water as well. So I'll work a little bit more on this and what you call me? Sorry. And then I'll show you when I'm finished because it is so close, but I just, I want to put my head I wanted to get right into it and scrub away at it, but I can't do it. And I don't want to talk to you at the same time. It's very rude of me not to talk. So I will let you go for the moment being and I will come back and show you my completed painting because it's so close. Alrighty, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and that's a painting. And like I say, if you want to make more stuff on there, that's all. You just keep on working with the details. Details is where it gets you. So I'm gonna work on my details, and I'll come back to maybe a little later today, or maybe even tomorrow, and I'll show you tomorrow. I can always just come back tomorrow. It's easier. Wait a minute. Tomorrow's Saturday. Might be. Ooh, I'm working the weekend. Yeah, I'll come back later. I'll have to. Oh my gosh. I'm a busy lady. I never stop, No rest for the wicked.